Travis.
Good afternoon, football fans. We are here at the Superior Heights Fieldhouse, Sergeant John Fott Fieldhouse, for our kickoff for Week 2 for the Superior Heights Steelhawks versus the White Pines Wolverines. Glad you could join us. We apologize for the delay. Technical difficulties. Now we are joining in the first quarter. 8:57 to play. Superior Heights marching down the field.
The 1 yard line,
at the 1 yard line.
2, Marquise Strawbridge
bringing up second.
Sets up third and goal for Superior Heights.
So it looks like from the 1, the Steelhawks will probably be looking to punch this one in and set the tone early with a touchdown and 6 points early. If you're just joining us, like I said, Travis Snoot has had a couple big carries and big gains on offense. Solo under
Travis
center.
Snoot's in for the touchdown
for the Steelhawks, and they're able to score on their first drive. So a nice start for the Steelhawks. Coach Jared Klooster's got to be happy with that one. Once again, thanks for joining us here on Saultsports.com. My name is Scott McPherson. We'll be joined soon by Mr. Bonifero, who's going to join us and do the play-by-play. And we're excited for a beautiful day of football here. I believe that was Max Clement with the carry on the touchdown, but we'll confirm that just shortly. Looks like the Steelhawks are going to go for the extra point. Number 9, Chase Chirasolo to hold. Number 2, Dylan Wooten doing the kicking duties.
Wooten to attempt the point after.
So again, we welcome you for what is going to be a great day of football today with the doubleheader between the Superior Heights Steelhawks and the White Pines Wolverines. The snap is good.
Corralled beautifully, up and good.
Solo puts it down. Dylan Wooten makes it 7-0 for the Steelhawks. Off to a great start early. Just 3 minutes and change to get their first score on the board. So obviously White Pines Wolverines, Coach John Buchholz is looking to bounce back from that opening drive setback, and at 7-0 looking to claw back into this game. Obviously still early in the game, first quarter. Glad you could join us here, and if you're on your way to the field, you're in for a great treat and a beautiful day here. Lots of fans enjoying the beautiful September weather, great football weather, and don't be afraid to join us for the 7:30 start for the senior game. So come early, come stay late. Those of you that are Sault Ste. Marie fans, high school football fans, you saw a great matchup last night with the St. Mary's Knights versus the Cora Colts, with the Cora Colts coming out on top in a wonderful game. The Colts outscoring the Knights 31-21. In the junior action yesterday, Cora also managed to get a victory against the same St. Mary's Knights of the junior division. So Cora off to a great start with 2-0 record in both senior and junior play. So looks like number 6, Cooper McCauley, is going to be doing, Dylan Wooten is going to do the kicking duties for the Superior Heights. Looks like an overload on the left-hand side. Maybe try some trick plays here, maybe an onside kick. Wooten is looking to boot. The onside kick is up. Beautiful kick. Angles out of bounds. Let's say Superior Heights unable to come after.
Try for an onside kick. It goes out of bounds and marked at the 39, and we have a flag on the play.
So the White Pines Wolverines will take over at their 41-yard line. Excellent kick by Wooten, but the Steelhawks unable to pounce on the ball and maintain possession. So it'll be White Pines starting off from their 41. Again, talking to these coaches, they're very excited about the prospects for this year. A lot of younger players, a lot of grade 9s coming out for both sides, and
Raymond Baswa,
good benches. Looks like the Steelhawks have a few more numbers than the Wolverines, but obviously both teams trying to get a good start here and kicking off.
Scott?
Yep.
Okay.
Ready to go.
Back.
Talking to the captain, so it appears to be against the White Pines Wolverines. We'll wait for the call. Looks like we have a offside is declined against the White Pines Wolverines. 2 flags equals 1 penalty.
No,
that penalty is declined.
It was declined, so it'll be
after
first
the
and
gain.
10.
First and 10.
Superior from
the sticks
the 39.
from the 39-yard line. And again, it looks here the Steelhawks have a pretty solid offensive line, some big athletes here, and they're doing a nice job of pushing the pile. Somebody got
Flags come
overzealous
almost
there.
immediately.
Another offside on the play. Looks like it's going to go against White Pines. And it looks like the Steelhawks will accept that one and move the ball forward 5, bring up first and 5 again. So again, as we mentioned, and it happened in the junior game yesterday too, still a little working out the kinks and getting all the rust out from a summer off for some of these players. They just missing some of the counts and some trouble with the exchanges, but hopefully they'll settle in, get through the jitters, and Chase Charasola looking to lead his Steelhawks down the field here. And of course, last year, Chase Charasola was the starting quarterback as a grade 9, so looking for great things from him. And he's got a nice arm. He's able to run this offense. He's poised for a young kid, number 9. We're looking for great things from him. As he commences in the backfield, he's single, gets the flop, turns it back inside, and he's going to run for a bunch. And doesn't care what color they're wearing. Clement runs over his own player.
Clement with a beautiful run.
Drops Travis Newt.
Gains about 10 yards.
Picks up about 12 yards
down.
for a first down. 55 for the White Pines Wolverines. Lawrence Solomon Ward helping out with the
Tackle
stop.
by Adam Hassan.
Adam Hassan also in with the tackle with the assist. So again, moving the sticks, seem to be marching pretty well. Throwing the ball once, but they haven't had to with sound running games. So they got number 6, Cooper McCauley out wide left. Number 2, Dylan Wooten for the Steelhawks, wide right. Travis Newt in the backfield, takes the direct handoff. Brought down nicely by number 21, Dax Billingsley.
He's met immediately by
Couple
number 21,
yards
Preston Johnson.
gained, but not enough to move the sticks. Oliver Johnston also in with the tackle.
No gain on the play.
Number 43. Oh, sorry.
Loss of maybe a yard.
Number 43,
8
Ty
minutes, 30
Walls
seconds
in on the
remaining in the
tackle.
half.
8:27 to go in the half. 7-6. Your Steelhawks leading. And some motion in the backfield. Travis Snoot looks left, and he's got the corner. If he can turn it, he might go. What a fantastic tackle by Chase Charasola,
Pitch to Travis
playing
Snoot.
on defense.
He had nothing but daylight.
Sorry,
Number 9, DJ Pine comes in, takes him
my apologies.
down. Touchdown saving tackle.
Wrong color. DJ
First
Pine,
down,
number
Superior
9
Heights.
for the White
On about the
Pines.
3-yard line.
With a touchdown saving tackle. Travis Newt appeared to be in
Wolverines.
safely and easily. Number 9, DJ Pine, came across, made a beautiful tackle to stop the drive and stop the Steelhawks at the 3 where they'll take over first and goal. 7:56 to go in the half. So we'll see a bit of a monster package. Nope. They elect to go to Travis Newt. Fake, rolls out, and looks like Charasola might call his own number, and he's able to take it in.
Chase Charasola keeps it.
Hassan on the
Touchdown,
chase.
Superior Heights.
Charasola with a beautiful job, round
Runs like
end,
the spot.
to take it to the end zone and make the difference. And again, that was set up by a couple nice runs inside, bouncing a few outside, moving left with Travis Newt going to the corner, enabled Charasola to call his own number and opt out right, roll out, looking downfield, didn't see any receivers, decided to take it on his own, make the easy 6, and now he'll hold for the extra point. Extra point by number 2, Dylan Wooten is
yes, Wooten kick is up and good.
good.
14-6.
14-6 is your score. So back and forth seesaw battle here. Looks like it'd be a high-scoring affair. Lots of great running Some nice balls thrown, and we've been treated to some excellent balls so far. So like I said, if you're a big fan of football, come on down. We still got over a half left in this junior football game. A beautiful night, a little windy, a little breezy. Throw a jacket on and come on down. And if nothing on the television tonight, stick around here at 7:30. You'll see the Superior Heights Steelhawks and these White Pines Wolverines kick off in week 2 action. Amazing crowd here today. The weather brings out all of our super fans here in Sault Ste. Marie, and they've been treated, like I said, to a pretty exciting game so far. Not much defense yet, but these offenses are high rolling and high powered, and we're seeing a lot of great scampers by these running backs, and we're expecting a big finish here. So stay tuned. Thanks to Saultsports.com for hosting and bringing you these games, supporting your local athletes here in Sault Ste. Marie, bringing you all the action from Sault Ste. Marie High School football, basketball, hockey, and such. I apologize if we make any mistakes on some of these names, some new faces and some new names to call, and please let us know at Saultsports.com if we can make any improvements or changes on that. Wooten again with the onside kick attempt, but I don't believe that the ball was blown in, so may come back without penalty, and they'll have to do it all over again. Which is a shame, since Wooten put a nice ball about 10 yards past. Onside kick appeared to have the potential to be recovered by the Steelhawks. Hopefully now the Wolverines will have their hands team out and be alert to that. I imagine in the junior loop they'll try it again and ask them to stop it. So Wooten again, and another beautiful kick. And looks like the Steelhawks have recovered. So a nice play, a nice gamble, trying the onside kick, giving up some valuable field position if it doesn't succeed, but looked like the White Pines Wolverine jumped up and played on it before the 10-yard line, but that makes it eligible for the Superior Heights to retrieve it and take over, which is what they'll do from the 53-yard line. So a nice play, good call by the Steelhawks. I'm surprised that the Wolverines didn't roll up a couple more receivers after the fake
from their own 53
or the premature kick off, but nonetheless, Steelhawks take over and have a chance to take a big momentum swing. We got 60. Sorry, I'm trying to get the number 98 maybe. Trying to look for the number for the center for the Steelhawks, doing a great job there, giving the ball to Sure Solo. 48 for the Steelhawks. Drew Hankinson running the ball, doing a nice job. Haven't called his number yet, but nice job. 16 yards for the carry on first down. We'll move the sticks. A nice run. So when you think you've had your dose of Dylan Wooten, Ben Travis Newt and Max Clement, they give the ball to Drew Hankinson. Does a nice job getting 16 on the play and bringing up a first down from, it appears to be the 41. So Jared Solo under center. Looks to Hankinson again, but decides on Travis Newt. Travis Newt runs hard up the middle. Able to break a few tackles. Should have enough for the first down. Jacob Day, number 4,
for a little bit of a ride.
Bringing up on the tackle for the Wolverines. So again, a lot of guys being called to go both ways early in the game. Let's hope that fitness is there. These young guys obviously training hard all season to be ready for these games, and when they're asked to go double duty, it's a pretty tough sport, pretty exhausting to maintain that level. Let's see how they can do it and see how, if their depth on these teams is going to take them through. 48 with another ball carry up the middle on first down. 48, of course, Drew Hankinson with some nice yards.
Ty Walls with a good tackle. Hankinson again with the carry, gets another first down.
Ty Wallace on the tackle for the White Pines Wolverines. Ty Walls also in on the play. So another first down, so the Steelhawks continue to march. White Pines is going to need to put a stand here. Looking maybe for a pick or a strip. Use a turnover to change the momentum here of the game. Travis Snoot out left. It's one-on-one with the defender. Hassan was able to slow the man down enough to allow DJ Pine to come up and make a stop, but not till after a gain of about 11 yards.
With another nice run.
Looks like we're in the red zone here, and the Steelhawks seem to be marching at will.
Ty Walls again with the tackle for White Pines.
Wolverines have to anchor down here.
Sets up first and goal from both the 9-yard line.
First and goal from the 4:54 of the second quarter. So Steelhawks looking to take a big lead. The Wolverines hope to have something to say about that. So ball's bouncing around. Hankinson ends up with it.
With the carry after a little bit of miscommunication.
A little miscommunication in the backfield.
Benjamin Potter.
Benjamin Potter with the stop for the Wolverines. So the first time we call his name. Potter on the stop. Might be a loss of 2 on the play, bringing up second and goal still from the 9-yard line. Almost the 10. So again, thanks for joining us again. Just a reminder that we'll be choosing our players of the game here. And this year we have Wendy's, Sault Ste. Marie, and Team Essentials who've joined up to award prizes for our players of the game as Travis Newt runs it in for an easy score. That'll bring the score to 20-6. Sarasota to hold. Number 2, Dylan Wooten for the extra point. So again, as I said, the athlete of the game from Wendy's and Team Essentials will receive a Wendy's gift certificate and a Team Essentials tee for athlete of the game. And it looks like that is good. Points on the board, 21-6.
21-6.
We also want to mention some of our other sponsors and Northern Sports Excellence. They carry CCM, Bauer, Warrior Hockey, and True. Rawlings, Under Armour, Mizuno, Slugger, Easton, Adidas, Columbia, Sorel, Puma, ASICS, Reebok, and Wilson. Their massive hockey inventory and unparalleled variety of baseball and softball equipment, they have you covered. Remember, families matter, communities matter, now more than ever, fun matters. So visit them, Northern Sports Excellence at 197 Trunk Road in Sault Ste. Marie. And again, we'd like you to please support all of our sponsors. They support minor football, minor sports in our city, and we appreciate their dedication to that, and we try to give back by sponsoring and frequenting those businesses. So again, 3:58 to go, 21-6 for the Superior Steelhawks. I don't imagine they will try the onside kick again, but if it worked that time, you might see it, especially at the junior loop. You don't usually contend with 30 or 40-yard field goals, but you don't want to give the opposing team a short field, especially 3:58 to go. Lots of time for the White Pines Wolverines, so I'm assuming that they'll probably try to go deep, maybe kick away from Hassan, who's had some great runs today. But on the other side, you have Jacob Day, who's in his own right a great returner here. So looks like they're set up. Wooten again to kick. Wolverines filling in some late personnel holes. Number 23, Isaac Simpson running out. And Wooten does try the onside kick again. So it's up, and the ball is loose. Steelhawks had a handle on it. Let's see who they deem gets that battle. Number 4 from White Pines comes up slowly. But
55, Blaine Polson.
Blaine Polson with the recovery for the Steelhawks. So Steelhawks going to the well again and doing the onside kick, and it pays off again. So hopefully the game within the game, those White Pines coaches will be able to shore that up, and you can expect it to come again and often. So hopefully Coach Buold and his staff will address that at halftime and get some sure hands out there. Nice job by the Steelhawks going back again to the onside kick and making it work for them. So again, now they take a short field inside the White Pines zone at about the 50. Again, Solo under center. And off inside. Nice carry for both 5-6 yards.
Another good hard run.
Clement on the carry.
32, Max Clement. Tackle by committee on behalf of the Wolverines.
And a nice job by the front five of the Steelhawks to push that defensive line back. Again, some great size on these offensive defensive lines. Marquise Strawbridge playing double duty on defensive end for this White Pines team. Looks to be about 6'4". Big kid. Having a great game so far.
Clement takes it to the outside.
Clement with another big carry. Looks to pick up 15-16 yards in play.
Walls, number 9.
Spotted about the 34-yard line.
DJ Pine in on the
Ty
tackle.
Walls and DJ Pine making the stop. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 32.
Still good enough for a first down for
After
Superior
stop
Heights.
by referee Grave. All right. So Steelhawks marching again. Their offensive line doing a bang-up job. 62, Tabor Young. 72, Lucas Cruikshank on the right side. Blasting nice holes. Open up some nice space for Ben Travis-Snoot, who cuts it back on the left side. Runs back inside. Gains about 4 on the play.
Back against the grain. Tackle by number
Looks like
6,
58
Benjamin
on the
Potter.
stop. 58 is Joel Shea, helping in with the stop with help from Potter, sorry. And again, 2:26, lots of time for those Steelhawks. White Pines hoping to stem the tide here, and Travis Snoot having some success to the left.
Number called again.
Running the ball and moving the sticks.
Good enough for about 8 yards and a first down.
8-yard gain on the play. Brings it to about the 14-yard line. So inching forward, taking some time off the clock. Steelhawks
Caleb McGarry in on the tackle.
doing a nice job here. Moving the ball. Callum McGarry on the stop, number 51 for the White Pines Wolverines. 2:13 to go. Steelhawks appear to be in command here. Solo rolls out. Does a nice job getting the ball out to the corner.
Solo's pass intended
Pass
for
to
Dylan
Wooten is
Wooten,
just a
just
little
out of his reach.
beyond the
Incomplete.
outstretched hands.
Pass defended by number 4, Jacob Day.
And again, that running game able to set up that rollout, and had the ball been delivered a little shorter, Wooten may have had that just outside the fingertips, and nice ball by Solo on a rollout, throwing on the run. That play will be available again, and I expect they will go back to that. The toss to Max Clement, a little behind him, have to
Clement
adjust.
again with
Nice
the carry.
job to get about 4 or 5 on the play. Looks like it'll bring up 3rd
58,
down.
Joel Shea, number 6.
58.
Potter
Joel
again with the
Shea
tackle.
and Potter combining for the stop. 3rd down, looks like about 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 with 1:55 to go. So White Pines doing a nice job of shutting it down after a few big gains by the Steelhawks. I would imagine that we're going to see a little bit of Travis Snoot out to the left. And it's the pitch. Travis Snoot cuts it back outside.
Pitch to Travis Snoot. He gets inside the 5.
After an inside
Short
cut
of
inside the 5, but
the touchdown
short
goal.
of the yard line or the end zone, but enough for a first down. So it'll be 1st and goal
David Belanger with the
inside the
tackle.
3.
1st and goal from inside the 5. Looks about the 4-yard line. Minute 36 remaining in the half.
So plenty of time for these Steelhawks to march it in
Same 2 schools, senior teams.
from the 3.
And a senior tilt right after this. 7:30 start.
Nice job in mixing it up here. 87, Drayden Brock in the backfield. Chase Sarasolo calls his own name.
Solo with the call again.
And number
Touchdown, Superior Heights. There is a flag.
looks in the
on
end
the
zone for
play.
a receiver, doesn't see him. Well covered by White Pines, so he calls his own number and scrambles in inside the cone on the left side. Able to get a touchdown, but flag in the backfield. We'll see what that is the call. And referee, umpire is talking to calling a hold against Superior Heights, so that will come back. And that play that they just ran with Chirasolo rolling out, looking downfield for a receiver, but having the corner, if he's if the safety doesn't roll up, seems to be the order of the day. I wouldn't be surprised if they see that again. So nice job by Chirasolo to run that in. Obviously it's for naught. It'll come back and it becomes first down from the 14. And it's a first and goal situation.
So after the penalties applied, it'll back Superior up.
Nice roll out by Chirasolo, has a man open, able to throw it to 87. Beautiful job.
Chirasolo's pass to
Drayden Brock.
87. Drayden Brock is complete for the touchdown.
Thrown on a rope. Nice job adjusting into midair. Drayden Brock hauls it in. Bob Davies caught that live in his wheelhouse on the camera. Brock runs it in, untouched to the end zone, and we have a 27-6 score. 1:06 to go. Looks like Wooten is going to be trying the extra point again. Chirasolo to hold. Don't have a number for my center. 98 for the Superior Heights Steelhawks. We'll try and work on that in the halftime, and we'll try to bring you that a little later in the second half. Looks like that's just good enough. Over to Bar.
28-6, 1 minute remaining.
Tough snap. Nice placement by Chirasolo. Wooten able to pound it through to make it 28-6. So as you see, 28-6 means 4 straight touchdowns converted for the Steelhawks, having a bit of their way with the White Pines. As we talk about often, there's a lot of adjustments within the game that they can make, so you'll see White Pines Wolverines back to the drawing board, drawing up a few plays, X and O's with the boys and girls, and hoping to come back with a better answer in the second half. But still lots of game to happen. 1:06 to go in the first half. At the half, we will take a 10-minute break. We thank you for joining us at Saultsports.com. Welcome you back for another great season of high school football. Our junior game is underway here at the Superior Heights Fieldhouse. Don't forget, there's a 7:30 kickoff for the senior Steelhawks versus the Wolverines. Of course, the much awaited, anticipated return of the White Pines Wolverines senior program. They're expected to hit the field at 7:30, and we're looking forward to a great tilt. 2 winless teams, but one is going to move up to a 1-1 today after their win tonight. So it should be a big game. They're both looking forward to a great show and much improved from last week. They've been working hard in practice, and we're anticipating and expecting to see some great things from both those squads. Coach Will Bazois from White Pines bringing the senior loop back in as the Superior Heights look to load up again, try the onside kick. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it is their motto, so they're going back there. Another nice kick. And 16 does a nice job. Everett Dewar, number 16 for the White Pines Wolverines, who I don't have a number for, but he did a nice job to haul it in.
Onside kick is no good. Recovered by White Pines. They'll take over 1st and 10.
So 2 for 3 on the onside kick. This time 16 for the White Pines Wolverines. Again, we'll make sure we get his number and give them, that young football player, his credit and his due here on the radio. Able to haul it in. So obviously those White Pines Wolverine coaching staff has made some adjustments, and to defend that onside kick, they receive the ball, down it at the 54-yard line, and they'll have half the field to go in 1:04. So you might see some aerial attack. Hassan has had the ball in his hands. Marky Strawbridge, a great big arm, so he might be looking deep, but they try the run. Hassan around the corner, looking to turn that corner, beats number 13, bumps up to number 2 against
Spot snap turns into
Dylan
a first
Wooten.
down and then some. Hassan.
A little sloppy
With an
on the
excellent
exchange
run.
from the center quarterback, but is able to get it to Hassan, who's able to pick up
Dylan
16
Wooten.
on the play.
Blaine Polson with the
Ball is
tackle.
being marked about the 40.
For Superior
Donnie Chow
Heights.
fighting through the crowd to get the job done. 41-yard line is the spot. Nice gain on the play. 48.5 seconds, so the Wolverines will have to go into their hurry-up offense, but they don't like their personnel and have some timeouts to burn, so They elect to take one here. Coach comes out. He's going to
Set
have
up
words
first and
with
10,
his
White Pines
offense.
from the 41-yard line.
Dial in a couple plays. You'll have to see that hurry-up offense here late in the first half. That'll leave them with 2 timeouts, as I believe that is their first timeout taken. And obviously looking to trim the fat here and get back to within a 2-score game. So again, a nice job by the Wolverines. Nice job of Dylan Wooten to step up and make the stop after a big gain by Hassan. Again, Hassan, DJ Pine asked to carry the ball. Some big plays by Mr. Potter on defense. And White Pines is not finished yet. They'll have something to say about the second half as they regroup and try to get back on the scoreboard here, but 48 seconds to go. Still a lot of football left in the first half, so Strawbridge looked to him to air it out, and again, a great big arm, big kid, strong arm, rolls out, pushes off, and he's able to throw complete to 18. What a nice job with a straight arm by Strawbridge, completing down to the 12-yard line.
Excellent catch by number 18, Alibi.
18, Didi Alibi with a beautiful catch. Unfortunately, a little undisciplined at the end. Draws the penalty from Donnie Chow. Probably an unsportsmanlike conduct, which will bring it back 15 yards. But Alibi all the way down to the 12-yard line. So it looks like they'll come back to about 27.
Yards and a first down. We do
first down will be
on the play.
39 seconds to play. And the Steelhawks will push the Wolverines back probably to the 27-yard line. On that play, for those of you watching at home
there is
or
no
listening
flag
on the radio,
play stands.
and it appears that the referees have picked up that flag,
13 Mason
giving
with
the White Pines Wolverines
going to set up first and 10 from about the 12-yard line for White Pines.
From the 12. So fortunate break for White Pines as they take first and 10 from the 12-yard line. Strawbridge trips over number 9 on the exchange, but number 9 is able to regain his feet. DJ Pine takes it further to the 5, about 3 yards from a first down, 5 yards till the end zone. So Mason DeChamplain, number 13 for the Superior Heights Steelhawks, on the last tackle. And it looks like they'll have the spot at the 6.
34 seconds to half. Concessions are open. Hot and cold snacks.
White Pines Wolverines taking their second timeout. 34.2 seconds left to play. And you can expect to see a lot of DJ Pine, a lot of Adam Hassan. Still enough time for 3 or 4 plays. Second down coming up. 4 to make first down, 5 or 6 to make it to the end zone for pay dirt. So obviously looking for a score of 6. I think we're inside 3 down territory here. I don't think we'll see a field goal attempt. Down 22 points in the first half. They're looking for a little momentum moving into the halftime. Strawbridge is back. Both Day and Hassan in the backfield. Quick hitter to Day, and Day's going to run into the end zone for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Wolverines!
DJ Pine with a nice off tackle run. Didn't see contact until near the goal line. Pine having himself a day today. Nice job executing by Marquis Strawbridge to get 9 the ball. Had a few little issues with their exchanges, but that was clean. Pine runs it in for the 6. And now we get to ask the question, down 16, do you go for the 2-point conversion to draw within 2 converted touchdowns? And it looks like the answer is yes. So we won't see the kicking game here. They're going for 2 to make it 28-14 and draw within 2 converted scores. So nice call by the White Pines Wolverines head coach and their coaching staff. Pass to Woodbridge, or pass by Woodbridge.
White Pines going for 2.
Unfortunately, incomplete
pass
to Potter.
Looks like for number 6, Benjamin Potter.
So that was the money. That was the call to make, down 16. To draw within 14 now they're down 16 going into the half. Of course, 29 seconds to go in the half, so it allows a lot of time for the Spear Heights Steelhawks. Wonder if White Pines Wolverines will take a page out of the Steelhawk book and try their own onside kick, but I'm assuming with 29 seconds you want to pin the Steelhawks deep and make them come the long distance to put more points on the board. So again, we're going to thank Wendy's, Sault Ste. Marie, and Team Essentials, who have teamed up with Saultsports.com to honor the top athlete of the game. Every time Sault Sports TV and Trio Sports Radio broadcast their regular and postseason games, the athlete of the game will receive a Wendy's $10 gift card and a Team Essentials fee for that award. So 29.7 seconds left to go. And we thank you again for joining us here at Saultsports.com. At the conclusion of the first half, we'll take a 10-minute break while the Zamboni comes on and cleans the field. And we are going to come back with a great second half of football. Hope you can join us. Thanks for joining us on Saultsports.com. I'm Scott McPherson, waiting for Coach Boniferro, who's busy at practice. And also a reminder that at 7:30, if you can't make it to the junior game, 7:30 on a Friday night, under the lights, we'll see a great game between the White Pines Wolverines and those same Steelhawks in the senior division. So another great game. Come on down and check it out. Nice kickoff, deep boot by the Wolverines. Looks like Wooten's back to receive it. Has a move inside. There's a flag on the play.
By Wooten. He's brought down by number 11, Damon Belanger.
Damon Belanger on the stop for the White Pines Wolverines. There's a flag on the play, but nice return out to the 42-yard line for Wooten. So again, Wooten, Charasolo, Dewar, Travis Snoot, Clement, Hankinson, all being called, some of them both ways, both on offense and defense and special teams. So obviously getting a lot of reps for these young football players. And still a lot of time left for this high-powered offense, 23.3 seconds left. You expect a little bit of Clement to the left, or Travis Snoot to the left, Clement to the right, if history has anything to say about it. They may be trying to break one. Hopefully Hassan and Potter and the Wolverines will be able to answer this late surge by the Steelhawks. Looks like the penalty is a hold, or at least a 15-yard variety backwards. So they'll start now from their 21-yard line. So a little tougher task to make it to pay dirt, to make it all the way to touchdown land, but Steelhawks up for the challenge. So stay tuned. We got 24 more seconds of great football. And we'll be back after that for another great second half. And the White Pines will try to claw back into contention here against these Steelhawks, who are playing a great game of football.
So after the flag's attached, the penalty's attached.
So Travis Snoot up the middle.
18, Travis Snoot.
Steelhawks appear to be satisfied to run up the gut and run out the clock. Down to 18.7 seconds. McCauley on the tackle. And another timeout. This one appears to be the last White Pines. Nope, sorry. Might be a Steelhawks timeout. So they may be trying one last ditch effort to get to the end zone. Long way to go, starting from the 21. So 2nd and 5 for a first down, but time running out for those Steelhawks. Again, we thank you for joining us and supporting minor league and high school sports here in Sault Ste. Marie. We're here all season for all our Thursday and Friday games. Our junior games will start at 4:45 for the entirety of the schedule, 7:30 for your senior games. We've got a 4-team roster in both junior and senior this year, with the White Pines Wolverines reinstating their senior football program. So lots of great football every Thursday, every Friday this fall. Come out and join us. You join us at Saultsports.com or on the YouTube channel, and also True House Radio. We'll be offside on Steelhawks. So that'll bring them back a little further, down to 17.1 seconds. They'll have just maybe 2 plays to pull off a long distance 6. And again, for a small lineup, it appears that the White Pines team has probably about 28, 30 players, both on the field and sidelines, as compared to about 40, 45 for the Steelhawks. So Wolverines doing a great job to stay in there and fight. Obviously, they'll have a second half to contend with that Steelhawks offense, but barring injuries and hoping they can rally the troops and get ready for a big second half. They've done a great job to stay this close, down only 16 points. So we've got a heck of a game here, and we hope to see you in the second half as we watch these young men battle it out, and women playing hard, and Steelhawks with their final march of this first half. Number 2, Wooten out wide. Looks like they're happy to run inside. Like I said, running out the clock. But Max Clement able to bust one for about 6-7 yards. Eating time off the clock, down to 12 seconds.
Gets some good positive yardage.
Looks like they're happy to go in with a 16-point lead, keeping their hand on the ball, not hoping to turn anything over and giving up any points late in the half to these White Pines Wolverines. So they look like they'll ground and pound. Clock is running, so they'll allow it to play off. This should be the last play of the quarter, or the half rather. And of course, Gerasolo hands off to Travis Newt. Nice game for the first down, but that'll bring an end to that first half with the Superior Heights Steelhawks up 28-12 on your White Pines Wolverines. Thank you for joining us for the first half of football on Saultsports.com. We'll take a 10-minute break. We'll give these guys a chance to regroup, and we will regroup in 10 and bring you the second half of this junior tilt. Don't forget that game tonight at 7:30. Thanks so much for joining us. Good afternoon, football fans, and welcome back for the second half of this feature match in the junior division, week 2, St. Mary's or Sault Ste. Marie High School football. We have the Spear Heights Steelhawks looking to kick off to the White Pines Wolverines. The Steelhawks are leading 28-12 at the half. Looks like they're going to try the onside kick again. A little deeper into the intermediate, but still have a chance to recover. Ball goes out of bounds, so the White Pines will take over from the 44-yard line. And again, a little different approach from the Steelhawks there. Last 4 kickoffs have been 10 and out, with them recovering at least 2 of them. This time they kicked a little deeper, but still attempting that onside idea with a recovery before the Wolverines took possession, but ball went out of bounds, starting the Wolverines offense off at the 44-yard line. So if you're just joining us, we're here in the junior division on a beautiful Friday afternoon at the Sergeant Fought Fieldhouse at Superior Heights, and we're watching the home Steelhawks versus the White Pines Wolverines. So 28-12 is the score, as I mentioned, at the half. We're ready for the second half to begin with Marquis Strawbridge and those White Pines Wolverines taking over from the 44. So hoping to take advantage of the first possession of the second half, and Strawbridge back under shotgun. Ball goes to Day. DJ Pine, number 9. DJ Pine, number 9, pulls off about 7 yards, maybe 8. He'll spot the ball about the 52-yard line. So bringing up 2, second and a long 3, long 2 rather.
32. Scott, with the White Pines long, a short bench, is that going to hurt them in the fourth quarter, you think?
Well, absolutely. This is a physical game and contact sport, and anytime you have 10 fewer players, you're going to be susceptible to those injuries and just wearing down. Some of these guys going 2 ways, 3 ways, even 3 facets, including special teams. So absolutely they are at risk to lose a guy or go down a man or just wear out. And the Steelhawks haven't done a lot of pounding along the ground, wearing that defense out, but it still takes its toll after 4 quarters. So we'll see if the Wolverines can stay on the field with their offense, give their defense a little breather, and claw back into this one. Bad snap again. Hassan was able to pick it up off the dirt, looking to turn the corner, almost got away. Number 21 with a beautiful tackle on the play. Dax Billingsley brings him down. Looks to be a little over-aggressive, and Billingsley picks up a flag on the play. Looks to be unsportsmanlike conduct. Another flag in the backfield might be for the same infraction, but nice job of Hassan turning a little into nothing into a little gain of about 6 on the play. So ball's at the 51, and we'll wait to see where the spot. And I believe it will go against the Steelhawks. So 10:35 to go. We're just starting our second half rather. So thank you for joining us here. We got a great tilt. White Pines Wolverines marching down the field. That'll be the beneficiary of about 15 yards for objectionable conduct, unsportsmanlike flag. Hassan with the carry, picks up 7. Looks like they're going to march that forward another 15, so gain of 22 on the play. That'll move the sticks. And we'll see where they spot the ball. So you couldn't ask for better field conditions and weather for a football game in early fall. Obviously, Sault Ste. Marie brings a share of mud, and Billingsley called on the horse collar there, so it wasn't objectionable conduct. But as I was saying, a lot of mud, a lot of rain, but today is a beautiful, clear night. Even the wind has died down now, so as good as this is right now, it's going to be even better at 7:30 once the lights come on for Friday Night Lights, where we feature these 2 same teams in the senior loop. So Strawbridge back as the referees halt play here. So referee Chow is going to address the line of scrimmage, and we'll have play underway just shortly.
No, question I have, a couple people on YouTube have asked Scott, and I don't know if you even know, do we usually do 4 referees for juniors, or is it because we're just short referees right now?
I think it's because we're just short. In the game we had yesterday, I believe there were 5, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't do a head count, but I did recognize familiar faces with the stripes. So I think we're probably more in the area of 5 or 6, but it's hard to get referees, especially some of the young guys that are still working. A lot of these officials are retired and obviously have a little time to dedicate to youth sports. But for example, my neighbor Brandon Hazelton is working till 5, so unable to make these early games. He'll probably be doing the games in the senior loop those afternoons, so you can probably expect a few more. Of course, our officials are dear, and we need to take care of them and bring them, keep coming back out.
We need to find some.
And if we are interested at all and have a background in football or want to learn, we're always looking to recruit some new ones. So if you want to get a hold of us or get a hold of Grev, who's in charge of a lot of referee crews, do so, because we'd love to have you. Oh, and a beautiful scramble by Strawbridge to get wide open. Throws the ball to Damon Belanger, which hit him unfortunately in the fingers, and he was unable to pull it together. Nice ball. Just unfortunately, Belanger started running upfield with the ball before he had it in his hand, so falls to the ground. Unfortunately, Belanger would want that one back, but he'll get another chance later in the game. He was wide open there, and Strawbridge did a nice job to deliver that ball to him. So looks like it's going to bring up a 3rd down. 3rd and 10 by the looks on the flag. 9:27 to go, and lots of time for these Wolverines to chip away. They're hoping to score here early and close this deficit. Strawbridge, nice handout. Nobody buying on that one. 72 for Superior Heights. Lucas Cruikshank was having himself a big game with about 3 or 4 big stops. Some big boys on that defensive line. Nice job of play action there, or misdirection rather, by the quarterback. But again, Cruikshank having nothing of it and able to stop him. Brings up 4th and 11. So a little too close to the uprights to punt it, a little too far to try the field goal, so they'll go for it on 4th down. 4th and 11, as I said, needing to get to about the 22 to move the sticks. Pass intended to Potter. Under pressure with 3 guys chasing quarterback Strawbridge. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. Nice job of the Wolverines, though. Obviously, they would love to come away with points. But nice job to pin the Steelhawks deep, at least, turning over on downs. They'll start off from about the 28-yard line. So long way for the Steelhawks to march, but as they've proven in the first half, they're able to march that ball, exposing those flats and those wide runs. So hopefully White Pines has made note of that in the first half, made some adjustments, and maybe able to contain everything back into the center where they have support. So again, some of these guys going double duty, and see number 9, DJ Pine out there. See Strawbridge in a backer position. So a lot of these guys playing a lot of ball. Damon Belanger, number 11, also out there. See a flag on the play. Might be a delay of game. Let's see where the call is. Thomas Lattiser deep for the White Pines Wolverines, preventing that deep threat if they go to the air. Chase Chirasolo in command here so far, throwing some nice balls, dishing the ball off, distributing the ball nicely to his wide receiver, or his running backs, with a big array of different running backs. Dylan Wooten's run the ball. Travis Snood, of course. Hankinson been instrumental late in that first half. Max Clement obviously getting his yards as one of the feature backs here, but a lot of weapons on that Steelhawks offense. So nice to watch. Showed a lot of promise last year. There's a lot of grade 9s starting, and obviously they've matured and grown And of course, with the SMFL ball available to these players in the summer, they really do a nice job of playing year-round, staying in shape, perfecting their craft, and you see it here at the upper level. So.
Now, Scott, your son Jack plays for St. Mary's senior team now. He plays student minor football.
Jack was a football player early. When he was 10, he played in the SMFL, coached by yours truly and Kevin Hemsworth, and he enjoyed himself immensely. He took a couple of years off before he got back in high school, and with COVID slowed things down a little bit, but got back to it in grade 9 at St. Mary's, and obviously he's played the last 4 years, and now is enjoying not only high school ball, but was able to play at the Sioux Sabercats level, which team won the Ontario Championship. So a great accomplishment for all those boys. And again, those two programs, both high school programs, the SMFL, and now the Sabercats, doing a great job, cranking out lots of good ball players, many of whom have gone on to college and university programs. And as we spoke yesterday with Coach Lillington, a lot of them even going to the pro ranks. Jordan Hoover coaching back at St. Mary's for Jack's squad, working with the safeties and the DBs and the linebackers on defense. Just finished his career with the CFL. A lot of other kids in years past have gone through those ranks, but even as importantly, getting great education in university or college and furthering their ball careers and enjoying the total experience of the university, incorporating football and academics. So great to see.
Solo keeps the ball.
And Chase Girasolo chased out of the pocket there, runs to the sidelines, can't see anybody, looks to unload the ball downfield, but I think the referee was having none of it as there were no receivers in the area. He might be flagged for illegal grounding of the ball.
No, so talking about Sioux minor football, it's proven, like you said, with their Sabercat program, even with the Steelhawks program, that now kids will be able to start at a young age to learn football, right?
Well, and again, we talked about that too. Coach Lillington's a little younger than I am, but when we started, we didn't get our first taste of football until grade 9, which is something we look forward to as we went through our elementary school years. But a lot of us played soccer and hockey and different sports, but didn't even have an opportunity to strap on the pads until we were grade 9. So it's a big learning curve starting in grade 9. You have to learn quick. You have to learn systems here in the Sioux. All of the original founders of the SMFL, Trevor Zachary, Lillington, all these guys that came through and continue to support all of that. Bonifaro and all of the likes. They introduced the kids to ball at such an early level like we do in hockey and have done for 50 years. And it's paid tremendous dividends. Now we're putting a mark on the map with our teams, OFSA, NASA, Central Bowl champions, and we've been doing it for years, and it really shows. And it's a tribute to the coaches, the volunteers, the players, the programs. We've got some great programs now with Coach Annett at Cora. St. Mary's is perennially in contention for that, and there's always some great coaches, some new faces that come back and join their programs. Coach Will Baswa going back and starting things in the White Pines. And again, it's volunteers, it's people that love the game, people that donate their time for the love of the game and for the kids, and the kids respond and they enjoy it. And like I said, for high school football, it's part of the high school experience. It's the classroom stuff, it's the game stuff, it's the East-West last week. It's a craze, and it's crazy, and it's awesome. So hopefully it'll continue for another 50 years, and we continue to enjoy this great football. So.
And that's something with me myself being a business owner. It's something that if a player or a student can be a student athlete, it shows the dedication when you're hiring a student also, that if they can manage school and sports, they can actually manage a job also, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that discipline of being able to put your priorities first, and obviously academics is the first priority as they further on in high school. It's great to score touchdowns and make tackles and be a star and be a part of a team. And that teaches you great camaraderie and persistence, perseverance, dedication, loyalty. But and obviously people that are employers are looking for those credentials, those qualities, and and these athletes, these student athletes, have them in spades. So absolutely a big benefit to anybody hiring.
And no pressure for you being a principal either, right?
I don't aspire to be a principal. I'm closer to retirement, so being a principal would be looking for leaders, and they do. And these kids that graduate and move on. A lot of these athletes are also your valedictorians, so they prepare speeches and do double duty between academics and sports, and it's a great balance. And we've seen a lot of these great athletes go on to bigger and better things, because at the end of the day, it's a few of them will make money and earn a living playing football, playing a game they love. But just like the rest of us wash-ups that play flag football when into our 20s, 30s, 40s, this is just a stop along the road, and bigger and better things away down the road. So 6:49 to go. It looks like Superior Heights has been marching here, so they're out to about their 42-yard line. Solo under center. Hands off to 55. There's a new running back. New kid in town. Looks like he's doing all right.
55, Blaine Polson.
55, Blaine Polson, who we've called on the defensive side of the ball, is able to carry the ball on offense now and done a pretty good job. So another threat to add to the offensive arsenal of the Steelhawks. So again, able to march a little bit. So the White Pines Wolverines have had to shore this up. Still only down 16, but 6:32 to go in the third quarter means that they're going to run out of time unless they make a turnover here and get the ball back and start marching. So great job by those Wolverines to battle here. Again, a little depleted, a little short on numbers compared to the big sea of blue over there, but got to give them full marks for coming out and trying and participating. And they give the ball again. Nice spin move by 55.
Polson with a nice little spin move.
Polson able to get out to about 8 yards inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line, depending on the spot. They'll bring up about a 2nd and 2,
Johnson
2nd and 3.
Solomon Wood with the tackle.
And again, back to White Pines. They always have fantastic athletes. They just often don't have enough of them.
Sets up 2nd and 2 after an 8-yard gain.
They are gamers. They certainly come out and they put it all on the line, and it's a game where you can't go half speed. You have to be all out, all in every play. And like I said, with 25, 28 kids on the roster, they do a great job just staying in the game and competing and giving it all. Looks like Solo
nice pass.
up in the air.
Called in by Dylan Wooten.
Dylan Wooten on the end of that Solo pass.
Picks
about 25 on the play, obviously. A first down. That'll be inside the red zone, down to about the 13-yard line. So, again, those Steelhawks marching. They sure shown a great variety of plays here. With a little bit of pass, a little bit of run to the outside, and some great up in the middle running by Max Clement. Polson still in the backfield. Clement there in a stacked backfield there. He also has 37 Harper Coulter. Let's see if he gets to touch that ball and get a little feel for it. Solo hands to Polson again. Polson inside the 10 down to the 7. Some hard yards. They'll need to get to the 3 to reset the first down marker, but inside the 10, so looking to score here again with 4:26 to go. And again, Solo coming up to the line doing the gritty, so celebrating a little early, but confident that his Steelhawks will march in and make 6 here. Showing a few different setups, a few stacked backfields. There's Polson again. They're looking to ride him into the end zone, and he makes
Polson
it.
Gets his number called again. Touchdown, Superior Heights.
And full marks to that front line of the Superior Heights Steelhawks. I was looking for the center earlier, number 98, on my schedule, or my program rather. It said number 66 was Lachlan Pennell-Berry. It is indeed Lachlan at the center spot. Great little hockey player I had back 10 years ago. Dr. Berry and company. Should be proud of that man. He's playing great. He's leading blocks. He's doing a nice job with the snaps. Brought it to Solo. up by Wooten.
Wooten's kick is up and
Point
good.
is good.
35-12.
Brings it 35-12 for a lead of 23. So, again, Wolverines have their hands full, but sure they're going to come out. Strawbridge throwing. Might change their game plan a little bit. Down 23. Might go to the air a bit. Might see an aerial attack. Strawbridge, of course, big kid, strong arm, able to throw. Let's see if he can see some of his receivers downfield and make some big gains and try to do a little catch-up. But game's far from over. We have 4 minutes left in the third quarter. This time we're going to talk about our athletes of the game. A lot of viable candidates right now able to be chosen, but we're going to choose one from each team at the end, as sponsored by Wendy's and Team Essentials, along with Saultsports.com and Trio Sports Radio. We're going to be giving away some gift cards from Wendy's and Team Essential tees for that athlete of the game. So still a lot of game to play. Some early contenders for that. Obviously, number 9, Chase Chirasolo, doing a great job running the offense. Dylan Wooten scoring lots of points with the leg. Some great running by Ben Travis-Newt. And never forget those guys on the front line in offensive line, defensive line. They seldom get the credit, but some of them might come out and have a pick and turn the tide and maybe warrant consideration for player of the game. White Pines had a great game from DJ Pine. Obviously, Strawbridge has had a great job on defense and on offense. Double duty. Didi Alabi with a big catch earlier. Hassan obviously carrying the ball and doing his thing on defense as well. Islam Shafraz, number 25, making his presence felt and having a great start today here. Ty Walls on defense, made a couple big stops. So lots of great athletes to choose from. Can only pick one. Hopefully we can spread it around over the year. And Superior Heights set to kick off. Pounds the ball deep, nice kick. Hassan picks it up, makes a nice move to elude a couple of defenders, and brings it out to the 35 where the Wolverines will take over. So again, Strawbridge takes the huddle. He's going to try to rally his troops, settle them into a groove here. Might expect him to run on the first play of the series, but if it doesn't yield many yards, I would hope, maybe expect that Coach Buchholz might have to take it to the air here. Go vertical. These safeties and DBs haven't had too much work to do yet for the Steelhawks, so we might see if we can test them. But a couple of veterans back there. Cooper McCauley and Dylan Wooten back doing the duties deep. So let's see if White Pines can put some pressure on them. We got Damon Belanger with a couple of early catches. He's out wide right. We got Pine in motion. Ball's on the ground, but Hassan's able to pick it up. And he's able to break a few tackles.
After a bobble, Hassan makes a
Back
great
to the line
play
of
to
scrimmage.
back to the
Only
line of
probably a
scrimmage,
gain
maybe
of
a
2 on
yard
the
or
play,
two.
but a great effort by Hassan to get back even to level on that one.
Clement on the tackle for Superior
And
Heights.
Max Clement 32 on the tackle.
And Hassan, this is only his second year playing football.
Oh, fantastic. The name looked familiar from last year. He's probably a grade 9 last year, returning for grade 10. And obviously, if that's his second year, he's in that same boat that we were in 40 years ago, where we were forced to learn everything starting in grade 9. So these other kids have a definite advantage, but he's closing the gap. And obviously 24, having himself a day.
And he actually just moved to Canada, I think, like before last year's school year.
Oh, and his origin?
Not sure.
DJ Pine
We'll find out.
refusing to go down. 15, 20 yards downfield.
I know that the St. Mary's team, according to my son, has a new player coming all the way from Jamaica, and he's learning
Oliver
the game for the
Smith.
first time this year,
Cooper McCauley.
it's
Eventually
been
bringing
quite an
him down.
experience
We
for
do
him, an
have
eye
an
opener for
injury
sure, and
timeout.
he's learning the ropes and hoping to get in the game. So it's great to see these guys, especially with the condition or the status of international students moving to our fine city, getting a chance to be absorbed in and doing all the things that these Canadian kids do, and feeling the love, and obviously being a part of the crew. So nice job for Hassan, and obviously he's become a leader, and his coach is counting on him immensely to do the great things.
Like I said, come from Jamaica in relation to Usain Bolt, he might have some speed.
Well, they're probably going to be testing that, and you know what? Once he learns his routes and gets his legs under him, maybe they'll shoot him out of a cannon, as we saw.
Give the Gazzetti competition for Gazzetti.
Well, we'll need somebody to catch up to the Gazzetti, as he had a big game last night. So, nice job by number 20 for the Steelhawks. Looking for a little bit of help, got it from number 32, Max Clement, but number 20, Oliver Smith, with a nice job pursuing the backfield and taking down Hassan. So.
Tackled for a loss, number 20, Oliver Smith.
White Pines making some progress and then giving it back as a tackle for a loss here. It's going to be a long way back to first down, but second and 21 from the 47-yard line. So certainly not out of it. Down 23, big hill to climb, but let's see if these White Pines Wolverines are up to the task here. Callum McGarry at center with the snap. Tough snap to but Marquise is able to get it off and completes the ball.
After
nice
a bad snap,
completion to number 25.
Strawbridge
That's Islam
excellent
Shafraz.
to get something out of nothing.
And after a bad snap, Strawbridge is able to
good for about 25 yards
dig it out of the
first
dirt.
down.
Scramble a little bit, get it to Shafraz, and Shafraz ends up running a few yards after the catch and makes it down to the 35. So again, White Pines Wolverines moving the ball nicely, showing a little flex here, flexing their muscle and able to exert a little something on that Steelhawks defense, who in their own right are probably getting a little tired. Late in the game, inside the last minute of the third, all these young athletes are probably wearing out a little bit, going two ways for a lot of them. So nice handoff to Hassan, turns the corner, and of course you'll see his speed as he explodes out. No catching him. Dylan Wooten trying to catch up to Hassan, but Hassan turns the corner, drives it to pay dirt, and as you would expect, a little celebration in the end zone. Happy to be there. Big 6 for the number 24 of the Wolverines. So that draws them near into 17-point deficit. 17, they'll probably kick the single to make it a 16-point game. That'll bring them inside. 2 touchdowns converted with a 2-point conversion each. And again, in junior football, the kicking game is so inconsistent. So Pine is going to take the direct snap, and he's going to try to run it in for the double.
2-point conversion is no good. 35.
They're stopped at the 3. So.
And we do have a late flag coming in.
And again, we talked about these last night with Coach Lillington about how important that kicking game is, and when you are a coach that has the luxury of having those great kickers in your lineup, it changes the whole dynamic. You are able to kick the long field goals instead of going for it on 4th and long, 4th and short, and you know, right there they had a chance to score a single. Didn't trust their kicking game to put up 1, draw it within 16. And direct snap to Pine didn't answer their questions. So 35-18, still battling. Wind's picked up a little bit here, as you hear on the microphone, but White Pines is still in this game. Down 17, 13 seconds to go in the third quarter. At this point, let's share with you one of our sponsors, who is Northern Sports Excellence, and they carry CCM, Bauer, Warrior, Hockey, Rawlings, Under Armour, Mizuno, Easton, Adidas, ASICS, Reebok, and Wilson. With their massive hockey inventory and unparalleled variety of baseball and softball equipment, they have you covered. Remember, families matter, communities matter, and now more than ever, fun matters. So make sure to visit Northern Sports Excellence at 197 Trunk Road, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. So, looks like a little timeout here, called by one of the teams as they set off to make their kick. White Pines will be kicking off to the Steelhawks. Closing in on the end of the third quarter. We've got a great game here. We're anticipating another one starting at 7:30. So if you want something to do on a great Friday night, we got it under the lights here. We got Spear Heights Seniors versus the Wolverine Senior Program. We'd love to see you here. It's going to be a beautiful night. bring a sweater.
Okay, folks,
Starting to get a little windy, but
is applied.
just like yesterday was a great night for football,
Inside
tonight will be
Superior Heights territory from
as well.
50.
So it looks like maybe a penalty.
Looks like Cooper McCauley and Dylan Wooten back
That's unique.
for the Superior Heights.
Looks like a couple penalties on the play because they'll be kicking from the 50, which will drag the Steelhawks back deep into their own territory. Ball picked up on the 12-yard line. Wooten's able to pick it up, getting away from some coverage. Might get far. Stopped by 18 temporarily. Wooten bounces off and he's able to
Ladies and
dance
gentlemen, after a couple of weird
100
bounces, Dylan
yards
Wooten
to pay dirt to eliminate all momentum that White
goes
Pines
about
had
95 yards.
accumulated.
Touchdown, Superior Heights. Beautiful run.
Didi Alabi, number 18 on the Wolverines, appeared to have Wooten in his grasp, but big contact. Wooten bounces forward and is able to stay on his feet, scrambling another 60 yards to pay dirt for a big 6, 41-18, extending that lead back to 23 points. Trying to make it 42 with the extra point, I imagine. And again, Wooten had himself a game on both sides of the field, but appeared to be stopped short or stopped for a modest gain and somehow got loose. A weird broken play, but nonetheless, Steelhawks take it to the house. Girasolo to hold. And number 2, Wooten, probably worn out after 100 yards. Bounces off the front face of the uprights. Extra points, no good. Nonetheless, they return the 23-point lead, and that'll be the last play of the third quarter. So as we enter this fourth quarter, the Steelhawks lead the White Pines Wolverines 41-18. And a great job here. We want to also thank Bob Davies doing the work on the camera. Bob Davies Photography. Make sure you check him out. Freeze frame photos is where to find him. I'd like to also thank Saultsports.com and True Sports Radio for their continued support of Sault Ste. Marie High School sports. Our corporate champions here on Superior Catholic District School Board, Algoma District School Board, Northern Sports Excellence, Wendy's, Sault Ste. Marie, Team Essentials, and True Sports Radio. Make sure you go visit our sponsors and thank them for their support of these wonderful children and their high school sports. And what a ride it's been. So far, a great game. A couple sloppy plays, but some great running, some nice long balls, some great throws, great special teams, a couple onside kicks returned and covered by the kicking team, setting up great field position. So you've seen a little bit of everything, and you can expect that continuing at 7:30. A little more polish maybe in the senior division as these young teams early in the season try to working out their kinks and learning their positions. Expecting nothing but even better experience in the senior game with these guys that are grades 11, 12, and over age coming out and showing their stuff. So come on down to the field. We'll save you a seat, but get here early because there aren't many left. But nice kick to number 4. Number 4 for the Wolverines, Jacob Day. Nice job returning the ball out to the 41. Tackle made by Travis Newt. Drayden Brock with the help, the assist on the tackle for the Steelhawks.
And Scott, nice to see after 5 years of absence for the senior team of White Pines to bring back a 4-team loop, eh?
Absolutely, and you saw last year with the 3-team loop, these teams had only 2 teams to play, and they played them over and over again, and quite a rivalry and quite a little animosity building with that. So now with the 3-team loop, playing each team twice, a 6-game season is just what the doctor ordered. Of course, White Pines will be in tight, bringing back their program after a hiatus, but they're up for the challenge. Coach Will Bazois is a gamer. He's got those guys rowing in the same direction, and they are excited to get started. Week 2, They're excited to pick up their first win against a Superior Heights team that's lost last week and is looking to avenge that. So there's going to be some excitement in the air tonight. There's going to be some animosity, but there's going to be some hard hitting. They're going to come out and play some great football, and if you can, you don't want to miss it. Again, talking to Will Bazois, he's just thrilled at the opportunity. He realizes he's the underdog. He's coming in with a smaller bench, but everyone that shows up to practice comes out ready to play. You're going against these Cora teams, these St. Mary's teams that have some over 45, 50 players, and he's got 30 kids ready to play, hungry, aggressive, and as we said, it's a contact sport. It's a game where you have to lay it on the line. They're ready and they're prepared to do that, and let's hope they have a great showing tonight with their introduction back into senior football, and against a tremendous opponent with the Steelhawks, because Steelhawks showed last week against St. Mary's that they were meaning business, and in the second half, after a slow start, they actually scored some points against that St. Mary's team, which has a pretty stout defense. So looking forward to a great game tonight. And like I said, come on, join us down here. Stay here on with Saultsports.com. We'll be back to cover that. And glad to have you. And thank you for supporting Sault Ste. Marie High School football. 41-18 is your score. White Pines Wolverines trailing the Steelhawks, but they have the ball with 11:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Strawbridge at the helm. And again, a big quarterback, strong arm, able to scramble, able to run the ball himself, but he's got DJ Pine that he's been leaning on. Hassan, 24, carried the ball well today. Looking for a lightning in a bottle here. Gonna have to explore the wide outs and the flats, maybe even take it vertical, get Strawbridge, that big arm, launching downfield. He's got some great receivers downfield, and hopefully he can catch up with Damon Blanger again for a couple. We'll see how this thing unfolds here. Ball on the ground again. He's able to throw it though. I don't think 25. Islam Shafraz expected that. It was a little early in his route. Strawbridge had to abort mission and launch the ball before the rush came. And again, in the weeks to come, I'm sure that Coach Buchholz is going to be working that center quarterback exchanges. They've had a few little snags there, a few struggles to getting that ball back to Strawbridge. But when he's able and when he has time, he's showing that he's a capable quarterback with a great arm. So let's see if he and his center, and I think his center is Callum McGarry maybe, or 75 maybe in now, is able to get him that ball, and he's able to deliver it, close the gap here, and provide for a great finish for our fans. And again, big thanks to all the fans that come out. Obviously, you see all the painted faces, the colors in the stands. We had a blackout yesterday for the St. Mary's team. We got these White Pines fans that are all decked out in their green and white, face painted up and looking great, supporting their squads, cheering loud, and another great turnout. Could expect probably twice as many for the senior game, as that's expected to be the feature match today. Knockout punch on the 7:30 start for the seniors, and can't wait to see that one live. Looks like White Pines Wolverines are marching backwards, so after a couple penalties or some deep stops, they're looking at about 3rd and 25. So let's see if they can dig out of this hole they've created for themselves. Strawbridge back, gets a nice snap. He's looking deep. He's got a man. Nice throw to Potter, intended. Nice job breaking it up by number 6, Cooper McCauley. So the battle of the sixes, McCauley comes out ahead on this one. But again, a nice job. If he had led the receiver just a little bit, that may have gone for broke. So again, great big arm for number 2. All in just a little time. Threw into a double coverage situation there, but we've seen Benjamin Potter pull down a few of those balls today and makes positive yards. So don't be surprised if you don't see them go back to him again.
Back to receive the punt.
Bring up 4th down and 25, so obviously we're going to have Strawbridge punting. Bad snap again. Good thing for being 6'4". He's able to snare it, bring it back down. Kicks it to 6, who bobbles the ball. He's just going to have to jump on it and cover
Beautiful
it.
front by Strawbridge.
Cooper
Bobbled
McCauley
by McCauley. He ends up falling on it at about midfield.
had an opportunity, bobbled it a little bit.
Touched by Jacob Day.
Dropped on the ball about the 54-yard line, so they'll take over about midfield. Will the Steelhawks looking to extend that lead.
We got 8:54 remaining in the fourth quarter.
And Scott, like you mentioned, when we were having technical
20
difficulties,
minutes after the conclusion of this game, 7:30 start.
you usually don't see a
Senior Wolverines
6'4"
score off for the senior tilt.
quarterback in junior football. I know he's a basketball player, but you usually don't see a 6'4" junior quarterback, do you?
And I do recognize his name from last season. I believe, and I could be wrong, I don't think he played quarterback last year.
He was with Cora.
He was with Cora.
Didn't play football last year.
Oh, okay, very good. Then I must have seen him play SMFL ball, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, so I recognize the name, and obviously a lot can change in a year, and obviously he shot up to about 6'4", if conservatively, 6'3", 6'4", and a great big tall drink of water, and able and nimble and mobile for a big kid. And obviously those high snaps, he just reaches up and grabs it, pulls it in, and like I said, if he's a great basketball player, he's got a great future also in football. And as he fills out, of course, if he's in grade 10, that takes him about 15, 16 years old. So in the years to come, and bodes well for White Pines football in the years to come as they build their senior football program. So.
And it's something we with streaming high school basketball also is last year with Cora going back to being in grade 9. Don't see too many grade 9s who can slam a ball, and Marquise was doing it every game.
And there again, yeah, and these athletes are truly gifted athletes, and they're able to do things that most of us can't, many of us can't, and at 6'3", I can guarantee you that I was never able to slam a basketball. So if he's doing it in grade 9, then the sky's the limit for this kid. And looking at their senior program, like you said, we're reinstating that team after hiatus. They're in good hands this year with Garen Pine at quarterback. But even if Marquise moves up to senior next year, he could either challenge Garen Pine for the title of starting quarterback, which will be a tall task to do because Garen Pine is a gamer and an athlete himself. But imagine if you have the luxury to move Strawbridge out to a wide receiver, those big long arms and those quick feet, you're looking at a deep threat, which will improve your Wolverines senior program immensely. So obviously they're looking forward, but they're focusing on today. But the future looks bright, certainly for the White Pines Wolverines, with the commitment they've got and the character people they're building that program around. So great to see for White Pines and for Sault Ste. Marie football high school loop. So good luck to see, and we get to see it firsthand. So we're the beneficiary of that. Looks like 48's got the ball again. He carried the ball in the first quarter. Hankinson with another couple good yards. Pick up about 3 or 4 on the play.
Cooper McCall.
And again,
Number 6, Benjamin Potter.
Potter with the tackle with the White Pines Wolverines.
Sets up 2nd and 7 from the 50-yard line of the Wolverines.
And having seen all 4 junior teams now, you're going to look at some good parity. This is a little bit getting away from White Pines, down 23, but even yesterday's games, Cora defeating St. Mary's. St. Mary's showed some promise. Like I said, a little bit of rust on all these teams. It's only week 2, and there's a lot of young players playing new positions, playing with new teammates, getting used to new systems. So I'm excited for what the future holds for this season for all these junior teams. It looks like it's anybody's up for grabs.
And Scott, the one thing, I guess, as progress, I know players don't look at it, but as progress last year, most games with White Pines was running straight time in the second half. So it's a step forward even just with that, right?
Absolutely, and we spoke about that and how hard it is to come back out after, being down 3 touchdowns and staying positive, staying upbeat with the nicks and the bruises and the bumps and the big hits that you take all game, and to even come back and show your face and put it out there in the second half. And these guys are doing a great job. They're still playing. There's number 6, Potter, making about his 13th, 14th tackle. They want to quit, but that word's not in their vocabulary. So big credit to all those teams that go down a few and still keep rallying, right? Especially when you have that short bench. Just by sheer numbers, Steelhawks should have been favored in this game, just by the size of their O-line, D-line, and the number of spares and substitutions they have. So well done to both these teams, especially those White Pines Wolverines, come out to play and give it all they got. 6:25, there's no quit, nobody hanging their heads, nobody taking a knee. These guys are warriors, and they deserve much praise on both sides of the ball, blue and green. Solo inside, hands off to Hankinson. Hankinson, I like that. Tank Hankinson. So Hankinson takes it forward for about 4 yards on 2nd and 8. Brings up about third and 4.
J.D. Boyer.
J.D. Boyer with the stop for the Wolverines.
Sets up 3rd and about 3. Right at the 35-yard line.
5:48 to go. 98. Lachlan Pennell-Berry at the wheel. Snapping for Solo. Solo drops back. Does it pop out to Travis Newt. Pops it back in. Doesn't see anything. Looks outside. He's able to stay on his feet. Number 9 is able to bring him
Benjamin Travis Newt follows
to the sidelines. Travis Newt bounces, breaks a few tackles by 14 Thomas Ladisser. 55 with the help there. Lawrence Solomon Ward. Great job by Travis Newt to carry a few tacklers down to the 15-yard line. And again, still lots of season to go, and you'll see a lot of these teams progress. Hardly recognize them in week 6, leading into the playoffs. And for a team like White Pines, that's what you want to do. You want to start as the underdog, keep growing, continue encouraging your guys to come out, trust the system, trust your preparation, work hard, and by the end of the season, you're preparing for playoffs, and you're hoping to peak at the right time. There's 55 who ran the ball earlier. That is Blaine Polson having a big game. And 72 with a big lead block there. Lucas Cruikshank. Solomon Ward on the tackle for the White Pines Wolverines. So now we're starting to see a few substitutions in there. A few guys getting some licks. Some guys that toil during the practices getting rewarded here. Some of the big dogs to Superior Heights up on the front line. 72 Cruikshank, 62 Tabor Young. And a nice job getting away almost. Tackled.
Good hard run right up the
21 Preston Johnson.
By Hankinson.
Hankinson still running hard yards.
Potter
Almost
Johnson
got away.
With the tackle. 3:51 remaining.
Preston Johnson helping out with the tackle there. So 3:47 to go. Steelhawks happy to take some time off the clock. Get out of here without any injuries. Move forward till next week, where they will play your Cora Colts. So another big matchup there as Solo runs to the left, tries to get away from number 2. Strawbridge is able to push him to the ground.
Keeps it. He's eventually pushed
Stumbling,
out of bounds
bumbling,
by
rumbling.
Marquis Strawbridge.
And again, a great effort by Solo to try to get to the corner. Just probably himself running out of gas as he's been playing every down, every snap, and they've been on the field quite a bit, scoring 41 points today. Another great job by Solo. Obviously, you got some big contributors with Travis Newt running the ball, Max Clement having a big day, Drew Hankinson, some of these guys on defense, including Wooten, helping out on all facets, including the kicking game. You've mentioned Blaine Polson, a few of these guys. Lachlan Pennell-Berry doing a bang-up job at center. The big dogs underneath, both on the O&D line. As they try, the field goal is wide. White Pines will try to run it out. Might be some penalties here. And
Wooten's kick is no good.
55 Polson able to prevent
Thomas Ladisser
number 14 Thomas Ladisser from getting out of the
but he's tracked down.
end zone. And we'll see where that's spotted. Doesn't get out. That might
That's
be a
good for
point.
1 point for the Steelhawks.
So the Steelhawks get a point on that one and put a
Heck of a
exclamation
play by
point
Polson
by
for the
Polson
tackle.
on the tackle in the end zone. Zoe Gauthier in on that stop on a defensive surge for the Steelhawks, or the cover of the missed field goal. So Zoe, Working hard, getting her chance to play. Well done. Looks like the White Pines Wolverines will take over on 35. Last ditch effort, and this is a chance for your offense. Maybe get some guys in, some second stringers to give them a chance, get some reps, get some confidence. But there's no quit on this Strawbridge. I can imagine he's going to either scamper and run for himself or deliver the ball, maybe try to stretch it up, go vertical, and see what your aerial attack is like. Test these Steelhawks defenders. Maybe go along and get some game film on these guys, see what they can do. We got William Gould in there back on defense. We got number 8, Juan Jara in for the Steelhawks. Looks like Mireya Turgeon. So, Coach Jared Klooster getting some of these practice warriors a chance to play here. Number 99, Jacob Perks Matthew, down defensive line. You got 75, Jonah Hargan getting his shot. And for some of these guys and girls, this is what they've been waiting for. This is what they've been sweating and being knocked around in practice just for this one chance to be a star. And it's always great, Coach, ain't it, when you get a little dirt on your pads and bring it home to mom and say, hey, you got to watch this. I was in there. And he's
Skyhawks.
That's a 3-minute warning.
It's a decent lead.
Hassan with a beautiful run, cuts back. Griffin Del Parte grabs onto the jersey, refuses to let go with him and William Gould. Heck of a play to bring the tackle down when the troops came in. Good for about 20 yards and a first down. After all said and done, number 15, Morel Turgeon's in on that tackle also.
He's hurt. 5 is hurt. 5 is hurt.
Like blood hurt or hurt?
He grabbed onto that sweater, and you know how you get that feeling in your hands?
Yeah.
When you know the tendons in your fingers?
Another botch exchange lands on the ground. Superior Heights recovers the ball. 27, Grayson Wagner Smith comes up with it.
Superior.
Stephanie?
Oh, nice guy. Poor ass. I like all the I've coached almost everyone.
Yeah, we see these kids go up to NFL, and yeah. So I go for all of them. Like freaking Nishona still calls me coach, runs off the field, tells me what he did. Hank runs off the field, tells me what he did. I thought it was
Handoff to Hankinson. He gets about a yard or two.
Well, no, because it would be like, what, 53?
42 minus 18.
No, 18 plus 35 is
34 plus 8 is 42.
Are we not
10 points. 28, 38. Too bad. I'm not ridiculing because I'm bad at math.
Listening to the play, you're trying to figure that out. That's pretty entertaining.
Another short run right up the middle.
They've abandoned me.
55 Colson with the carry. That's number 9, DJ Pine with the tackle. Colson again with the carry, drags a couple guys. Jacob Day, Preston Johnson with the tackle, good enough for a first down, right to the 40-yard line. Both 6 yards.
Senior boys. What are they doing? Is it change room in school?
I believe so. They come out.
Another good hard run. 32. J.D. Boyer. 21. Preston Johnson. Take Hankinson down after about a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, run it.
Preston Johnson, who had himself a game on defense too. Inside the 20 with 52 to go.
Tackle by committee.
My player of the game for the White Pines Wolverines, I'm going to select number 9, DJ Pine. Able to make some big tackles, carrying the load on offense all over the field today. Good, tough game for him. My selection for the Wolverines is DJ Pine, number 9. So we'll present him with his gift card and tee, and we'll take his picture and make him a star for the day. Chase Chirisolo at quarterback has done a great job. He's also played on defense, led this offense admirably. Number 48, Drew Hankinson, come on in the second half, late in the first, and has to run the ball well. He's doing a great job. Drayden Brock has a nice couple receptions. Lucas Cruikshank on the defensive side of the ball, you name it. And of course, I always want to go to my big dogs in the middle. Lachlan Fennell Berry, able to snap that ball, do some great things up at center, moving the pile along with his big hogs up front. That offensive line done a nice job today. Blaine Polson, another great job in relief of some of these starters. And of course, you have your go-tos, Dylan Wooten, Max Clement, get some hard yards. Ben Travis Snoot, obviously running for daylight and setting the tone early. You want to help me, Coach, with one of these, or as I said, any of them would be just.
I'll put the pressure on you and I'll let you do it.
I knew you would. All right. All right. Spreading his ball around, knowing that he's a second stringer, but he's kicking down the door. I'm going to choose Drew Hankinson, number 48. We'll see Max Clement up here in the photo booth. We'll see Ben Travis Snoot, Dylan Wooten. I'm going to go off the map here, and I'm going to call Drew Hankinson, number 48, my Wendy's Team Essentials player of the game for the Superior Heights Steelhawks, who dominated this game 42-18. Well-fought game, great battle by the Wolverines. We want to thank you here at Saultsports.com. Remind you that there's a game at 7:30 between these senior programs, the Steelhawks versus the Wolverines. Come on back, Saultsports.com. Scott McPherson here.
Enjoy your weekend, everybody.
Hope to see you at 7:30 for our coverage of the senior game. Thanks a bunch.